And welcome to Pig Tamer's Kitchen. We got a good one for you today. You know, it's fall here in Minnesota. Things are starting to cool off. We're gonna do a nice long smoke today with a really awesome, easy dessert. Have some friends over. It's football, so we're gonna actually do a beef shank. If you've never done one, it's not scary. It looks a lot harder than it is. This is about a 7-pound beef shank. I had my butcher cut for me. It's known as Thor's hammer. There should be lightning going off when we do that one. My butcher cut it, tied it for me. It's ready to go. We're gonna season it really hard. Again, you've seen me use this one many times. Boar's Night Out, White Lightning Spicy. Absolutely love it. My family loves it. And then I'm using a product from Richie Z's Brick House. Fantastic rub. Using competition. Gonna use it on this beautiful piece of beef. And then we're gonna slow smoke this for about 4 hours. And then we're gonna wrap it. And when we wrap it, I always wanna add flavor into it. So we're gonna make a white wine, better than bouillon, some beef broth, some butter. We're gonna reduce that down with some scallions and garlic. And that's gonna be our wrap liquid. We're gonna wrap this in foil. We're gonna cook it probably another 3.5 hours till it gets really fork tender. And then we'll throw some potatoes and some carrots and some onions into the bottom. Pour that juice back in there and let it braise in my Dutch oven for a couple hours. Then we're gonna move over and do this super simple dessert today. And we'll actually film this because that's how quick and easy it is. But basically all you're doing is 2 cans of pie filling, cherry in this particular case, 1 can of cake mix. Yeah, you know what? There's ones that have like pudding in them and stuff. I would stay away from them. I think they're fine. They do cook up. It's just kind of a different texture. Has to be instant though. We'll put that in there, and then it's 12 ounces of Dr. Pepper, and that's it. You cook it about an hour, hour and 10 at 350, and it comes out beautiful. We'll be able to show you some of this stuff today, but you know what? I got to get this on the grill. We're running out of time. We're gonna season this liberally. We'll put it on the Traeger today under super smoke at 225 for the first hour and a half. Then we'll crank it up to 275. And once we get the color that we want on it, that's where we're gonna wrap. And then we're gonna increase it to 300 degrees the rest of the day. So, hey, don't go too far. Please, if you really like our videos, hit subscribe on the bottom. We do this for a lot of fun, but we wanna make sure that people are watching. And any questions, hit us down in the comments. Beef shank, we just pulled off the rest. It's looking gorgeous and beautiful. That big cut of meat, just so you guys know, at least rest a minimum of 1 hour. That gives more time for connective tissue to break down. It's gonna keep it from drying out. It's gonna be delicious. We'll plate that up in a little bit, but in the meantime, as it's resting for an hour, we're gonna make a quick dump cake, one of my favorites. And basically, it's just 2 cans of cherry pie filling. Yeah, you're gonna be shocked how easy this is, and this will go on the grill. So if you're looking for a dessert to put on the grill, this is it. Works extremely well with peaches. Also, there we go, 2 cans. I'm gonna throw some bourbon in. I like the flavor it brings. I'm not a huge bourbon recipe guy because sometimes I don't think they bring anything to the party. But in this particular case, I think it adds a little depth of flavor. So just a splash though. You don't need anything too crazy. Splash on both sides. It just gives it a little pack. Okay. Normal devil's food cake mix. Period. All you're gonna do is take it out. You're gonna cook with it dry. At first. Well, just like so. And you're gonna layer it on even. Okay. This is just kind of making a crumble. You don't have to get perfect. It's kind of like, remember Grandma's crumble that she used to cook, you know, and you'd have fruit sticking up. And That's what this one's gonna kind of be like. Then 12 to 14 ounces of Dr. Pepper. If you're using peach, pear, or one of those other ones, I'd use 7-Up, Sprite. But in this case, because of the cherries, I really want to use some Dr. Pepper. And don't freak out, because it's going to fizz a lot when you pour it on. So I'll do 1 full cup. And I'll just spread it out around, and you'll see it to start to fizz. So the baking soda and the baking powder in the cake mix will start reacting. And then I'll do a little over 1/2 cup. And I'll do the same. Like so. And that's it. This is going to go on the grill about an hour, hour and 15 at 350. You'll know, take a toothpick, you stick it in, when it comes out clean, it's done. Let it rest. I still like to eat it when it's warm, but let it rest for at least 45 minutes to an hour, and then when you're ready, top it with whipped cream. We'll show you in the end how good it looks and how good it tastes. All right, when you come back, we will be plating up that beautiful beef shank, some potatoes and carrots, and getting some dessert on. So we'll see you then. It's time for your patience to be rewarded. Our Thor's hammer is complete. Been resting for about an hour and a half. We're gonna dig into this right now and see how tender we actually got it. So we'll oh yeah, we could have cut the strings a little bit. That'd have made it a lot easier. So again, we cooked this Thor's hammer. We talked to our butcher shop. We told them we wanted a beef shank. Told him what size we wanted. He trimmed it and cut it for us, which was awesome. Saved us a lot of time. Oh, look how tender that is. Look at the juice in there. Beautiful, beautiful. We started at about 250 degrees. We ran for a couple hours. Then we cranked it up to 275. Once we got this beautiful mahogany color on here, we wrapped. Remember, we made our wrap liquid, which is 1 cup red wine, 1 tablespoon Better Than Bouillon, and some beef stock. And then I threw 4 tabs of butter in there. We wrapped it, and after about 4 hours it took, and we cooked it for about another 3.5 to 4 hours. We pulled it off when the internal temp ran 202 degrees, and that's how we can get it a shred. I don't want it to fall completely apart, but I wanted to be able to shred a little bit. And we let that rest for an hour, hour and a half. So, beautiful Thor's hammer. This is gonna be delish. We got it going along with some Parmesan, whole roasted creamer potatoes, and some carrots that we roasted on the Traeger grill at the same time. I'm super excited to try this, tell you how it is. Look at the juice. It is so juicy and tender. That is beautiful. Oh. Then I made a quick pan gravy with the drippings. That's really good. Again, you don't need, you can get this at a restaurant. Everybody's gonna pay for a small beef shank, $39, $40. We cooked this whole shank, which was about 8.5 pounds. Cost us $43. Cooked it all day. Potatoes are around about $2 a serving. Carrots are 40 cents a serving. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. You can have restaurant food at home for a fraction of the price. It just takes a little time and a little love, but your patience will be rewarded 100%. This is a gorgeous piece of meat. All right, I'm gonna finish up eating here, and then we're gonna bring in some of that dessert and show you how we did there. All right, so beautiful meal. That beef shank was fantastic. This is that quick dessert that I showed you. This cooks about an hour, hour and 15, 350 degrees. You'll see it's a little dry on the outside, a little powdery where the Dr. Pepper didn't mix in. I like that. It's like cocoa powder. let's dig in here though and see what we got. Oh, that cherry stuff's come through. Well, I like to serve it just a little cup, and this'll. Here, a little of this. Fantastic. So yeah, box of cake mix. You can use whatever fruit you want. I went with cherries on this one. 2 cans of cherry pie filling. They're about $2 a piece. $1 cake mix, and 12 ounces of whatever soda you want to use. We use Dr. Pepper in this case. Set the grill up 350. Put her on there about an hour, hour and 15. The cake mix actually makes kind of a crust, if you can see it or hear it, and it makes it kind of a crumble. So as soon as you put a toothpick in, comes out clean, she's done. Let it cool. This one probably should have cooled for another half hour to 45 minutes, but it is delightful. It's a beautiful end to our meal today. Hey, thanks for joining Big Damer's Kitchen. I had a great time with you guys. Again, if you like what we're doing, subscribe, leave comments, let us know what you think. Until next time.